Hello and welcome back to Callie's in the Kitchen. Today I am using Pouring Your Heart Out Cascade Mold, and I'm doing a technique that is a takeoff from the Metallic Dots course, which I took. I learned this from Julie from Pouring Your Heart Out, and you'll see that it's a combo of some of the techniques we've used in the past. So I have used Holbein acrylic inks. This is the mauve. I have used the Bloom pigment paste for my dotting because there'll be a lot of dotting in this process. The other color is the phthalo turquoise from Holbein as well. So this one is easy in the sense that there's just three ingredients, three colors. There are two colors that you choose, and then there is a mica powder, which I chose bronze, and that was totally totally inspired by Genevieve from Quebec. She used bronze in a couple of her flowers that I just love the bronze more so than gold. So here is the bronze that I have just mixed up, and you will see that what I did on this one was that I pour the mica powder on the edge between the mold and the first color, if I can, for the lack of describing it a little bit better, that if you can see what I mean. Basically, the bronze is not on top of the mauve, neither is it completely on the edge of the mold. It's sort of in between. So I'm carefully pouring that bronze mixture. Excuse the background noise because I'm doing a voiceover, and if I hit do not disturb, I don't know if that means you won't hear the voice recording. So I want to do videos that are down to earth, homebound right now. There's no way that I'm at professional level or in expertise, and I just do it for fun. And also to keep a record of how I did certain things. There's so many techniques in my head and in my notebook that that it's just hard to keep track. Okay, it looks like I think I have enough. And sometimes the reason I do a voiceover is because I want to not limit my mom and my hubby from doing things in the home, so I tape on mute so that they can do their own thing. Because as you know, I do my work in the kitchen, which is used quite a bit by everyone. So now the Bloom pigment that I added to my resin, and the Bloom pigment you can get from Pouring Your Heart Out eBay store or Amazon. I've cut a small size hole, and now I am starting to dot, and you start from, how do I say it, from the, well, as you can see, it's from the inside of the end of the mica powder. And I will just be dotting around the edge. And once again, feel free to fast forward through this dotting part. I promise I will get with my good friend Stacy and ask her how to squish to make my video sort of speed up at certain areas. But you know, it's really easy for you to just hit the fast forward button. So then after I first finish the first spiral, I go in on the second one, and so that you know I won't talk anymore, and it's just basically doing dots all the way to the center. So you can fast forward to that part of the video. I am using Art Pro, which is a 3:2 resin, which I like for these techniques, and it was recommended by resincourses.com. Micah, who actually started some of these techniques like the fairy flower, the dragon flower, the Larimar, and many others. Okay, I have finished the first task of the first set of dots. I'd stirred, as you can see, my turquoise, my phthalo turquoise, which I now will just spiral on top of the mica powder, the bronze mica powder, and I do it in a spiral fashion of going around and around. Then I thought I'd get funky and kind of do a little squiggly. You can see my bloom pigment paste is sort of slowly coming in towards the center from the edge part, the outer edge. It's a good sign. At this point, I am getting my, what we've termed push color, which is a transparent of the resin, no color in it, and then I add a very little bit of, on this one I added a little bit of the phthalo turquoise to the clear. I think I'm mixing my clear with a little bit of that ink color. Yeah, I can see in the shadow there that I'm mixing. If I remember correctly, I think what happened was I forgot when I first mixed all my resin in the different cups, I forgot to add the ink to the push cup. So I think I'm looking for my Holbein phthalo turquoise to add into the clear. with the push and a little bit, which is the clear and a little bit of the phthalo turquoise, you pour it in the center. I'm scraping up as much as my clear push that I can. And to give you a sneak peek, what's going to happen and why I'm doing as much as I can is that I'm going to be using the syringe on my next set of task. So once I've done the push, I'm getting my piping bag ready, and I start now from the outside and I draw a spiral. This, as you remember, was a technique, if you follow Pouring Your Heart Out, this is a technique called the Fantasy Flower by Julie Cutt. And you draw a spiral with your white on the edge. So this is the sort of combo fairy fantasy flower technique. I'm sure Julie will name it soon. Then, when you're done with that, you start at the edge of your final spiral of the white and you start dotting again. And this time you dot all the way into the center. And I promise I will keep quiet till the very end of the dotting. Feel free to fast forward. And what I'm doing here is I'm waiting to let the white move in more or to settle before I start syringing. So there is going to be a little bit of a time wait. Hopefully I didn't let the video run too long before I show you how to do the syringe. It's like watching paint dry, isn't it? Fast forward, fast forward. I'm getting my glitter ready as well. And of course, you've got to torch. Okay, getting closer to the syringe. Alrighty, so as you see, I think I waited about 14 minutes or so. Oh, and on the corner far left was another project that I was working on, and I had some extra resin, and being a bling girl, I did a piece there. Okay, now with the syringe, I can't sort of do it at an angle because I'm limited with where I want to suck out of. So basically, you place the syringe in the center of your mold, and the bottom goes all the way down. And see how much I suck up the first time? And Julie has some videos on how she does the syringe bit, so you can look more clearly at the angles of how she does hers. But mine, I just put in the center and I pull my syringe up. And what I'm trying to do is get to, right now, if you see, the resin is just the clear and the little blue. If I see a sneak peek of the white coming into my syringe, then I know I've done enough. Now, I have to warn you, this was my first time trying this process that Julie created, and I didn't videotape the demolding. So all you're going to see is the finished product. I apologize that there's no taping of the demolding. So next time when I do this again, you will see it. So just to give you a warning on that. There's that little bling piece. I love that Larissi purple holographic light purple glitter mix. It's beautiful. Okay, so after I do the syringe, I take my crushed glass pieces and I gently, as you can see, place it in the center. And then I do my pokey pokey poke to hopefully have it spread enough as a base, do a little swirl. And the next bit is going to be the photo of the finished product, and I don't know if I can do a voice over a photo, so I'm just going to say thank you for watching here in case I'm not able to do it on the photo bit, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. And there it is. Hopefully you enjoyed that.